Greetings, friends, and welcome to Enigma Night Gaming. My name is Liara, and I will be your guide in today's adventure. Today, we're playing King's Quest II: Romancing the Stone. In today's episode, we're going to be searching for the second gem that we need for the mysterious tree. We've gotten the first stone. We found that with the Mer people. Now today, supposedly, the second gem is somewhere in the air. I don't know. We're going to look for it and see if we can find it. I don't know if we will, but let's hop in and start looking. I have absolutely no idea where to look, but what I do know is the library in town gave us a lot of good information on the first gem. So let's go back to the town and see if the library has any more information. Maybe the librarian will get us another book that we can use to find out anything about this air gem, because as it stands right now, I haven't the slightest idea where to look for it. So we'll go ahead and head back to town while Graham walks super slow. You know, not like you're trying to find a bride or anything there, sir. Why don't you make sure to take your own sweet time around this curve, you know? But anyways, we'll go check the library and see what material she might have that might give us a nudge in the right direction. There's still several other things we have to take care of as well, but like there's a guy in the haystack or something in the haystack that has some kind of allergies, but I have no idea how to help him right now. We'll just have to see. Alright, let's go in the library and see if she will get us another book. Hello, ma'am?
Yes?
Could you recommend another good book?
Alright, she puts this one up, and we'll hopefully get one that will help us for the next gem.
There.
Okay. Let's look at it.
This book is entitled Legends. Browsing through it, you notice an interesting excerpt.
Alright. Daventry's first king, known to many as Leginomor, is as much an enigma of history as he is woven into the fabric of legend itself. Though his passing occurred nearly 1,000 years ago, it remains somewhat unclear as to the manner of his death and what became of the power he wielded. Historians do know that Leginomor was a powerful magician, or a wizard, as he might be called nowadays. He is largely credited with bringing, along with his kind, magic and civility to Daventry and the surrounding world. According to legend, during what was arguably the bloodiest war Daventry has ever seen, Leginomor sought to commit his awesome power to the cosmos. It is believed that he blamed himself for the extent of the Grand War, in particular the magic that had been used to exacerbate the death toll. He therefore chose to render himself mortal, an action that would prove to be his last. However, legend would also suggest that his power may be attainable, if only one were to perceive and understand how and when. This is evidenced by a parchment located just a few centuries ago and dated 30 years after the first king's death. If seeketh you the power of Leginomor, thou shalt be well appraised. It will not be an easy task. From the path thou may be swayed. For in great Daventry lies the means for which it may be found, belonging to one who rules the land, by one who wears the crown. From this circle nature springs, from royal thoughts thus sown, though woe betide the unjust thief who claims it for his own. In this great land 'tis known to rest the corpse of Leginomor, who died defending his home turf in the longest, fiercest war. His great mistake, which sealed his fate, he cast his magic aside, up high into the heavens, which forever stretches wide. But the search may be rewarding for the seeker of this power as its apex soon approaches. When cometh the darkest hour? Hark! Spy sun and moon and planets, as all of them align. The one prepared for the ascension will surely see the sign. Power thus can then be granted to just one from this great tool. If one be thee, then thou shalt be the everlasting jewel. The first king's brother, Morgulon, was also presumed killed in the Grand War. Legenomar's loyal first knight and successor, Granthathor, ruled over the realm for nearly 50 years. He sired a number of children who either remained to guarantee the continuation of the royal bloodline or set forth to build kingdoms of their own. Okay, so something about the stars and the moons aligning. I have no idea. I mean, that sounds like it could be right. What about this? This was
The
something.
sign atop the store simply says A.
Let me try, see if any time has passed. Maybe this shop is open now. Let's see. It is. Okay. We got a lot of stuff in here. What is this?
Ah, Dragonfire! Oh, no, wait. It's just a mounted dragon head. Ooh.
What about this?
Some old shields are lying around in the antique shop.
Got a statue here?
An expensive-looking statue catches your eye. It is sculpted of white marble and appears to be the only item of any real value within the shop. You find it quite odd that this grand statue is situated amongst other ordinary items of far less value. It's a weather vane with the obligatory depiction of a rooster.
Let's see
You
this.
are inside a cute little antique shop. Old furniture and knickknacks clutter the place. Against the wall, a low bench displays an assortment of items.
Okay.
It is a crystal ball, fairly standard equipment for those of the magical persuasion.
I mean, maybe it could be useful. What's this?
A large and incredibly hefty-looking mallet is propped up against the shelf. A small engraving on its head reads, Broggy.
We might need that. It's kind
You
of
are inside
different.
a cute...
Okay. What's this?
You are in...
Okay, it's all the same thing. Barrels?
You are in...
What about this?
Some old shields are lying around in the antique shop.
Okay. Is there anything else on the top? Is this all just gonna say it's in a cute little shop?
You are in...
Yeah. What about the... Ooh, there's a lamp there.
A rather beaten and tarnished brass lamp is positioned on the countertop.
We know it comes out of lamps like that.
The little old lady is tiny, with twinkling blue eyes. Her white hair is done up in a neat bun on top of her head. She appears at first to be in her 60s. Then you notice the sheer quantity of makeup plastered on her face, and decide that she may well be older than that.
Alright, let's talk to her.
Good afternoon. What can I do for you, dear?
Hello. Do you sell anything that would aid in ascent up a mountain?
Unfortunately, I do not sell climbing equipment or anything of that sort. This is really a specialist store.
Oh,
Okay.
However, I do have an item which you might find useful. This lamp
Yes.
is said to contain a genie.
Of course.
Never tried it myself, of course. I do not believe in using magic to solve my problems. Nature has made us as we are, and we should be glad of that.
Okay.
How much for the lamp?
The old lady hesitates. You sense she wants more from you than your money. You hope it is not anything that you will regret.
Well, seeing as how you are a man who seems adept at taking care of himself, perhaps you could do a small favor for me?
Sure.
Somehow, you knew she was going to say that.
I once owned a beautiful nightingale, quite rare around here. But the sentimental value far outweighs its monetary worth. That
Okay.
foul old witch Hagatha has stolen it from me, probably to use in some concoction or another.
Uh-oh.
Her
Are we gonna
nose
have to
screws
go
up
to the
in
Bat
disgust.
Cave?
So, if you could be a sweetie and retrieve it for me, I will trade you. The lamp for the bird. Agreed?
Well,
Okay.
I will see what I can do.
Do be careful. If Hagatha should spot you out of her good eye, then you'll be in for it.
Oh boy. Okay. Can we talk to you about anything else?
You have nothing more to say at this time.
All right. Can we take this
You
shovel?
couldn't even move it, let alone lift it.
Oh, okay. Well, let's head out. So the witch, is she gonna be in the Bat Cave? Maybe let's go talk to our friend the Lady Pumpkin. Maybe she knows something. Mama Pumpkin, do you have any advice?
A word of warning. Agatha has been talking about you. I
Okay.
heard her mention your name while she was muttering to herself. She does that when she's inspected her valuables. Anyway, I'd stay clear out of her way if I were you.
I appreciate the advice. Will Hagatha not be angered when she discovers you've given your candle away?
What's she gonna do? Turn me into a pumpkin?
Good point.
Besides, I could just blame the dwarf. He's earned himself a bad reputation from the day he moved here. Pity no one can catch him, not even Hagatha.
Interesting.
If I may ask,
Appreciate all you've done, Graham, but I want to spend some quality time with my children. Now be a good boy and run some other errand.
Okay, sure. Well, that's interesting. So maybe Hagatha is near here. And let's look and see if we can find her. How are we going to do this?
Unless you are mistaken, the symbol above the cave entrance bears a striking similarity to a bat. A shiver runs down your spine as you look at it. It's almost as if some dark force were radiating from it.
Can we use the gem somehow? Let's see.
It is a slightly luminescent blue stone about the size of your palm.
Or maybe we can we light the candle somehow? I don't know. Well, let's see
You feel a rejuvenating energy radiating from it.
if can we use it somehow on this? Where is the red dot? Is it this? I don't think so.
The bat symbol begins to glow as you approach, but subsides a little as it senses the blue light of the birth gem. However, the black glow is still present. You will need to focus the blue light directly onto it if it is to have a pronounced effect.
Okay, so we've made progress. How can we focus it? I feel like we need some kind of like mirror or lens or something like that. But how could we get that? I'm not sure. Can we do anything with this guy? What new items have we gotten? We've gotten the candle, we've gotten the necklace, we've gotten this cloth, and we've gotten the gem. Can we use the gem on him?
There's no need to use that there.
Okay. I assume we can't use the candle because, I mean, what would we do? Burn it down, the necklace? Can we use the cloth to, I don't even know, sweep the hay up into maybe? Maybe?
here. This might help your sneezing.
Oh, a tissue.
Oh, thanks.
Oh,
Here,
okay.
you can have this back now.
Ew!
You retrieve the partially used cloth from the haystack.
Nasty.
Feel better?
Yeah, it's so good to be able to
What is that?
A shiny silver needle lays on the ground near the haystack.
Ooh.
You take the silver needle.
Okay.
It is a tiny silver needle. It reminds you of a dart.
Can we use those together, maybe?
Nothing happened.
What about the other way around?
Pinning that won't achieve anything.
What could we do with this? Maybe we can't do anything here with the needle. Like maybe there's a place we can put the needle at Hagatha's and use the gem? Let's see.
It is a human skull with a radiant blue stone wedged into its eye socket.
What if, can we use the gem on the skull? Maybe?
This skull already has a glowing blue gem.
Okay, what about this one? This one
It is
does
a human
not.
skull with large eye sockets.
Okay, so what if we put the gem in this one?
As you attempt to place the birth gem into the skull, you discover that it does not fit properly. Instead, it juts out uselessly like a bulging eyeball.
Okay, let me see what that looks like.
The birth gem protrudes from the skull like a bulging eyeball. You'll somehow need to push it in further.
Okay. So what do we have that we could push it in? We got the needle, but that doesn't seem like that seems like that would be way too delicate, right? I mean,
It is a tiny
we could try it, but that I seriously doubt that would work.
that has no effect on the skull.
Okay. What else could we do? We could try pushing it in with the sword, maybe?
This guy was decapitated long ago.
Okay. Decapitated long time. What about the hammer? Can we this will break the skull, right? Oh, we're gonna be gentle. Okay.
You gently tap the birth gem with the mallet, hoping not to break it. It budges only slightly. You give it a harder hit. It moves a bit more. You hold your breath and give the gem an almighty thwack. It pops into the skull.
All right. Well, we did something. Let's save this. Gem and skull. Let me look at it again. Well, it's in there now.
The birth gem is now fully inside this skull's eye socket.
Okay. What do we do? Do we need to take it?
As you face the skull towards the image of the bat above the cave, you notice that its wing has faded slightly. However, you suspect that whatever danger the bat represents is still in effect.
What about, can we do that to the other one? It already had a blue gem.
You turn the rightmost skull so that it faces the bat symbol above the cave entrance.
It's gone.
The power of the two skulls combined has caused the bat symbol to disappear. You sense whatever danger it represented has now subsided.
Nice. All right. So we're definitely saving it before we go in Hagatha's cave. Okay, time to do something stupid now. This seems dumb. Ooh.
As you enter, you are almost overwhelmed by the foul stench which molests your nostrils.
Oh boy.
It is obviously coming from whatever Hagatha is cooking in that large cauldron of hers. There are some things of interest on the other side of the cave, but you have no means of crossing over there safely at this time. A caged nightingale sits on the floor near the northern cave wall. The light from outside barely penetrates the interior of this cave. So long as you keep your distance, Hagatha shouldn't notice you.
Okay. This seems... Okay. Let's save this as Hagatha. Because we're probably going to die a lot.
It is a crystal ball, fairly standard equipment for those of the magical persuasion.
Can I take this one?
Unfortunately, you...
Okay, I am not able to take it. What about this?
Stalagmites have formed on the floor of the cave. A glass dome, semi-spherical in shape, sits on the table. It reminds you of a shakeable snow dome toy that you once owned as a child.
All right. There's the nightingale.
A gilded cage sits to one side of the cave. A beautiful nightingale flits nervously inside. The cage is locked and chained securely to the wall.
Okay. Maybe we can pick the lock with the needle if we
This is
can get over
certainly
there.
a forbidding cave. Your eyes slowly adjust to the dim light, and fear grips you as you notice human skulls lining the wall. You see a gilded cage to one side and a workbench directly opposite. A cauldron containing a bubbling brew fills the cave with a putrid odor. You hear Agatha begin a chant of some kind while stirring her brew.
The fluid of blood with bone and flesh. 'Twill make my complexion young and fresh,
Okay.
inducing time to reverse its sail. All I need is a sweet nightingale.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What can we do? What is this again? That's a picket, right? We've got this.
It is a simple but carefully woven pendant of seagrass. A shiny opal dangles from it.
Okay. Can we light the candles somehow?
Uh-oh, Hagatha has seen you.
Uh-oh. No!
You are the gentleman, saving me a lot of trouble by coming here.
No! No! Well, that's unfortunate.
You wandered into the witch's lair, and where you stood gave not a care. She soon saw you, a smile she gave. Your flesh, your blood, your bones she craved.
Oh boy, okay. So, what else do we got in here?
This is certainly a forbidding cave. Your eyes slowly adjust to the dim light, and fear grips you as you notice human skulls lining the wall.
Okay,
A
what is
simple
this?
but elegant black cloak hangs on a stand.
Can we take it?
You need to get closer.
Okay, let's see. Can we get closer? I didn't hear what
Fluid of blood. with
Being as
bone
quiet
and
as a
flesh.
mouse, you slide your hand inside the cloak to discover a deep pocket. Amongst sticky and disgusting spell ingredients, you find a tiny silver key and a peculiar golden ring-shaped device.
Okay. What does this ring-shaped device do? I bet that opens the cage.
This odd circular device intrigues you. It depicts several different symbols around its outer rim: the sun, a mountain range, a drop of water, and a cloud.
Okay, can we use the pin on it?
Pinning that won't achieve anything.
Okay, I don't suppose we use
The
the
key would fit a small lock.
This probably goes to the bird's cage, right?
That cannot be unlocked.
Okay, what else do we have?
Twill make my complexion young and fresh.
Is there anything else
There
in
is
there?
nothing else inside the cloak except for disgusting spell ingredients, none of which you want.
Okay,
Inducing time to reverse itself.
can we... She's gonna see
You
us
need
if
to
we
get-
do this. Oh, but
All
it's
I
dark.
need is a sweet nightingale.
Maybe. Oh, she doesn't see us as long as we stay on the outside.
You slide the silver key into the lock. It fits. You turn it silently, and the chain falls to the ground.
Can we pick the lock? Oh, it chirped.
Uh-oh, Hagatha has
Okay.
seen you.
So we don't want... We don't want...
You are the gentleman, saving me a lot of trouble by coming here.
Indeed, indeed. Okay, so the bird saw us and cried out. So
Ask the bird to be quiet next time.
yes. Okay, so I think so normally if you're trying to make a bird go to sleep, you just
Being as quiet as
put-
a mouse, you slide your hand.
you just put a cloth on it, right? So maybe we can put the snot cloth on it. Oh, we gotta unlock this first, right? Let's unlock this.
You slide the silver key into the lock. It fits. You turn it silently, and the chain falls to the ground.
All right,
You
now.
hear Agatha begin a chant of some kind while stirring her brew.
Okay, so let's see. Can we
The
put
fluid of blood with
the
bone
cloth
and
on?
flesh.
so the bird can't see us?
You silently drop the cloth over the cage.
Okay. Can we take it now?
Without making a sound, you take the nightingale into your possession.
Okay.
Twill make my complexion
Now can we get out of here?
young and fresh.
What happens if we leave? Okay, we're out of here. Let's look at this. We got the bird.
The cage still has a cloth draped over it.
Okay. Can we
You
take
remove
it?
the cloth from the cage.
Now let's look at the bird.
Looking at the bottom of the
Oh.
cage, you find that a letter has become stuck to it. You peel it off.
Okay. Let's read the note.
The paper is slightly crumpled and dirty, having somehow become stuck to the bottom of a bird cage.
Yeah.
You read the letter.
Okay. My dear sister, it has been a while since my last letter to you, and quite an age since we last spoke. Such are the busy lives we lead. I know of your preoccupation with eliminating your competition, and wish you well in that ongoing endeavor. As for my part, the servant I have owned for the past 17 years is soon to come of age. It will almost be a shame to kill this one, for he is quite adept at his chores, but the tradition must be observed at all times. I shall require a replacement in the not-too-distant future. Perhaps I should think up a new name for my next slave, though it is much easier when I need only remember one. I've asked the father to notify me at once, should he hear of any likely candidates. Speaking of which, though it is in no way my place to question the will of the father, for surely he has the best interest of all his followers at heart, does he not spend so much time locating that item of legend which he has been seeking for almost a millennium? While he is not to be second-guessed, I do wonder, is he so assured of its existence that he is willing to turn his attention away from his flock for so long a time? As for our remote brother, he seems increasingly interested in the ladies these days. I believe he has his eye on a royal couple who are expected to conceive a girl within the year, or so the signs say. I must confess, if he's prepared to wait so many long years for the child's maturation before abducting her, then he has far more patience than I. I await your reply, dear sister, and hope that this letter finds you well. If you have the chance to speak with the father, perhaps you will inquire of his commitment to this item he seeks. I would advise the utmost discretion. Naturally, your loyal and by far the better sibling,
The
M.
letter puzzles you, but you put it away and continue your quest.
Indeed. All right, can we run? All right. I have your nightingale, ma'am.
You offer the nightingale to Angelina. The sheer elation on her face almost makes the whole risk worth the while. She snatches it from you and proceeds to fuss over the bird. You wait for a moment, but it seems she no longer notices you.
Right, I guess we'll
You don't
take the
mind
lamp.
about the lamp you promised me in trade for the nightingale?
The shopkeeper looks up at you vaguely. She gradually remembers that there is another being in her world.
Yes? Oh, yes, take it. You'll have no beginning of use with it.
Don't you mean no end of use?
Of course. Whatever you say, dear.
Okay.
You hear Angelina muttering cheerfully to herself as she exits.
Finally, I have the final ingredient for that marvelous youth potion.
Oh,
I'm going to
you.
beat you to the punch, my dear Agatha. Serves you right for hoarding this sweet, juicy thing to yourself.
What up?
You feel a nauseous tinge in your stomach. Well, at least the lamp is now yours.
You evil thing.
You take the old lamp.
Alright, so let's head out of this disgusting shop. Actually, before we do that, is there anything we can do with the statue?
You have no reason to do anything with the statue.
Okay.
You test the strength of your stomach muscles by performing an impressively hard blow to your own guts. You wish you hadn't done that.
Click the door. Thank you. Alright, so now let's see. We're supposed to rub a lamp. We may need to use the cloth on it, but let's try it with our hand first.
You rub the lamp and wait expectantly, but nothing happens. You're about to give it another try when a small puff of smoke appears at the end of the spout. It clears, revealing
Nothing.
a note. As you remove it, the lamp disappears. You read the scroll.
To the unlucky fool who bought this lamp, as you may have gathered, this lamp it no longer contains a fabulous genie, as my former master, praise him in his greatness, has released me with his final wish. However, as a consolation, please be advised of the following. The shopkeeper is not to be trusted. She dabbles in the black arts and keeps rather distasteful company. May these words reveal what lie beneath, and may your findings lead you to a higher position in life. So hard like a stone and white like the snow stands silent the man who guards what's below. May you forever know the beauty of freedom, signed Nibor Simawil. That sounds like the statue. Can we do something with the statue now? Now we can.
Upon closer examination, you discover that the statue hides a small latch. You flip the latch and watch in amazement as a trap door opens up from the floor.
Okay. Oh, right. We're gonna save before trapdoor. All right. And down we
If you wish
go.
to close the trap door, you should flip the latch.
I just want to go down. Let's see
You
what's down
close
here.
the trap door behind you.
Okay.
You see a letter on the desk.
Let's take it.
You read the letter sitting on the desk.
Angelina, once again, I put to you an invitation to join our illustrious community. Unsurprisingly, you have heard of its reputation through other channels. I personally encourage you to give it serious thought. We are not only interested in new membership from the mages of this world. This invitation goes out to all who believe that when the appointed time comes, only the faithful will be rewarded. The rest of those poor unenlightened fools will perish. All that is asked in return is complete allegiance to the Father. He has guided us from the beginning, and his power is far older than most. I know you are hesitant due to the concerns regarding the dress code. Let me assure you that black would look simply charming on you, dear. My gratitude goes out to you for your flattering assertion that I would make a fine ruler of Colima. What a shame that the former ruler has lost all interest in his homeland. I cannot blame him, however. The change struck him quite hard. To answer your earlier question, yes, I have acquired a nightingale. They are most uncommon in this region, and yes, I am sure that it the final ingredient required to complete my youth potion. As much as I would like to share it with you, I am afraid that a single nightingale will provide only enough solution for one person. In any effect, I shall of course pay you for a visit the moment the youth potion takes effect. Alright.
A beam of light filters through from a crack in the floorboards above.
Okay, what happens if I, like, immediately go into that? Does she see me?
You can't reach it.
Can I look through it?
A beam of light.
Well, what else do we got in here?
A large double-bladed broadsword leans against the bench. It looks like an expensive antique.
Okay,
You
what
see
about
a
this?
colorful rolled-up carpet.
Ooh, is it a magic carpet? Maybe? We had a
As
genie
you pick
lamp.
up the carpet, you notice a small label which reads, "Property of Al Din." There might be a faded letter or two in there, but you cannot be sure.
The property of
Above
Aladdin?
you, from the back room, you discern Angelina's voice.
I did it! I did it! The youth potion is finally finished. All I need to do now is drink it.
Uh-oh.
Angelina, show yourself, you
Uh-oh.
scurvy wench.
Agatha? My dear! What an unexpected surprise!
Don't you play the fool
Uh-oh.
with me. I know you stole it.
Stole? Really, I do not know.
Silence. For your lies and deceit, there can be only one consequence.
No, please. I can explain.
I said silence.
Uh-oh.
And one more thing. Your invitation to join us is revoked. What is this?
Uh-oh.
Ah, the youth potion at last. Oh no, drat. Now what was that spell for removing floorboards?
Uh-oh.
Curses. I shall have to go back and look it up.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Can we take it?
You fish around in the pile of down and successfully retrieve the youth potion.
Oh boy. Okay. So, let's see. Youth potion. What do we do now? How do we get out of here? Do we just climb out? Are we gonna die if we do this?
Cautiously, you open the trapdoor ever so slightly and peer into the room above. Agatha is nowhere to be seen. You make your exit from the basement.
Okay.
If you wish to close the trapdoor, you should flip the latch.
Let's close the trapdoor.
You flick the latch. The trapdoor closes and conceals itself into the floorboards once more.
Okay. And then just because I want to do a dumb,
You
what
have
happens?
no desire to go back there.
Okay. Well, then let's get out of here. Okay. Can I use this carpet now? Let's see. Let's look at it.
The magic carpet is a beautifully woven Persian rug with a colorful fringe on the ends.
Okay. Can we
The
use it?
carpet is woven of the finest fabric.
All right. Can we use it on ourselves?
This would not be the best place to use the magic carpet.
Okay. So we got to find a place to use the magic carpet then. Where would be a good place? I assume we can't use it here.
You can't. In your keenness to locate the second gem, you nearly forgot about the birth gem, which is still at Hagatha's cave. You had best retrieve it before continuing your quest, lest it fall into the wrong hands.
Okay, but at least we know where to use the carpet now, right? So we'll go try and grab the birth gem and probably run into Hagatha since she went back to her cave to get a spell. So this is going to be dangerous.
You cannot remove the birth gem while the blue light is streaming from it. If you want to dislodge it, you'll have to use force.
Well, let's break it with the hammer.
You strike the skull with all your strength, and it shatters easily. The birth gem clatters to the ground, along with a multitude of bone fragments.
All right. Can we take it?
You reacquire the birth gem.
Do we need the bone fragments? I wonder.
You have no desire to carry around fragments of someone else's skull.
Let's get out of here. Run. Before Hagatha gets us. Can we use the carpet here? There we go.
You unroll the magic carpet, lay it on the ground, and sit on it. The carpet begins to rise skyward.
Nice. All right. Where are we going to
As
go?
you ascend higher, you realize that the carpet is beyond your control. It glides through the air on a seemingly predetermined course.
Oh boy. We're flying through the air. Okay. So we'll see. In the air. Let's head this way, I suppose. And see what's over this way. Ooh, there's a snake.
A snake blocks your path to the east. It appears to be about 10 feet long and is coiled up, ready to strike.
Can we kill it?
You could simply kill the snake, but something about its presence up here is a little strange.
That's true. It's in the air.
A snake blocks your path.
Can I talk to it? Is it a magic
The snake
snake?
only communicates in hisses.
Okay. Can we do something with the snake? What if we show it the other gem?
The snake does not care about your possessions.
Okay. I assume if we did save, right? I assume if we walk over here, it'll just kill us, right? Yeah, okay. That's what I
The
thought,
snake
but,
lashes
you know.
out, striking with precision. Its lethal venom kills you instantly.
Okay.
Your history.
Alright, so what else can we do? Can we go a different way? Oh, we can fall off.
You have just discovered the gravity of your situation.
Only you, Graham. Alright, so we got to get past somehow. If we go back this way, it's just going to go back to the other screen, right? Yeah, okay. And I assume we can't go, like, up this way or anything. Okay, so we have to go that way. So how are we going to get past this snake? Can we, like, hypnotize the snake? Maybe. Let's see. Can we hypnotize you? You are getting sleepy. Are we just gonna die? Oh, we can.
You dangle the
nice.
shimmering opal in front of the snake. It soon falls hypnotized in typical snake fashion.
Nice. Okay.
The snake is presently hypnotized.
If we walk past, are we gonna die? No. Okay, what is this? This is a hole?
It's too dark. You can't see down there.
Okay, so we need we need to light the candle maybe?
It seems to be a log.
Okay, we better save just because Graham is stupid and he's gonna jump off the cliff if we
There's
touch it.
nothing under the log, so don't bother moving it.
Okay. I wonder what's down there. But well, we
You
got a big
cannot see a
cave.
great deal of the cave from here.
Okay, well, I guess we'll go in the big giant cave. This seems like not a good idea. Is it going to be very dark? Oh. Okay.
Some incredibly valuable furniture has been placed here. You wonder how it is protected against the elements, as there are no obvious means of sealing the cave.
Okay.
A number of candles and dimly lit hanging lanterns adorn this small cave. They do not aid your vision much. Fortunately, enough sunlight enters from outside the cave entrance, providing adequate illumination for you to see by.
Alright, what's
An
this?
ancient book lies open on the workbench. Though its pages are torn and faded, the cover is still a bright blood red.
That's never a good adjective to describe things. Blood
You
red.
flip through the book entitled Ye Old Book of Enchantments, Causes and Cures. The
Oh,
first
boy.
half contains a list of enchantments. These do not interest you, as you have no desire to inflict inconvenience upon others. However, the Cures section does capture your curiosity. While browsing, you spy a promising paragraph.
Alright, while casting enchantments upon others may provide you with many daily hours of fun, do not ignore the danger that a miscast spell may have upon your own person. For this reason, you should prepare a simple item with which you can protect yourself against the effects of an enchantment, as well as providing a means for reversing said spell should it be deemed necessary. Only the power of the emerald can properly dispel an enchantment, thus the steps to create one are as follows. Firstly, heat a blue mineral and yellow vegetable. A plant is an acceptable alternative, okay, together until they coagulate into a greenish liquid. Stir the mixture with a white feather. Drop this into a perfectly clear crystal and recite. Heed now these words: crystal perfect, green is thy hue, restore, correct, guard well my form, preserve, protect. You will now have the means to safeguard yourself, should your enchantments ever get out of hand. To restore that which is under the effect of an enchantment, simply allow a strong light to pass through your emerald at the subject. Then behold the restoration. Okay, that
A neatly
seems
displayed
promising.
scroll hangs on the wall. However, its archaic symbols and wording will forever remain a mystery to you.
So how can we... What else do we have?
Some incredibly valuable furniture has been placed here.
Okay.
A collection of books are stacked side by side on a nearby shelf. Most of the titles are written in a mysterious language that you don't understand, so you suspect that they are about magic.
Yeah, okay.
Some
Gotcha.
incredibly valuable...
What else do we got? Can we do something?
As you had been expecting, this is your average, ordinary, run-of-the-mill cave. You are naturally surprised to see it is fully decorated and very well furnished.
Alright, can we light our candle with these
You
lanterns?
can't use that there.
Can we take this?
Don't bother trying to move them.
What about these candles?
Don't bother trying to move them.
Fine.
Some
What
incredibly
is this? Okay. So how are we supposed to... What is this?
This long staff looks magical in nature.
If we take this, are we going to get turned
Enchanter's
into
staffs
stuff?
are very powerful objects. You dare not touch this one, for fear of the consequences you may bring upon yourself.
Okay, so we need to mix up our potion then, right?
You approach the workbench for a closer look.
Okay. So what is this? This is where we
A
mix it up?
clear beaker. It is useful for mixing various fluids, chemicals, and minerals together.
So it said, let's see.
The brooch has an enormous sapphire encircled by 2 rows of glittering diamonds.
Okay, it said something about an emerald.
The diamond and sapphire earrings are very delicate. Each earring has a large sapphire surrounded by glittering diamonds.
Okay. Well, obviously we know the yellow
She
flower
loves
will
you,
work.
she loves you not.
So let's put the flower in, right?
You toss the sickly yellow flower into the beaker. The ancient book bears the title, Ye Old...
Okay, can we
flip
read
through
this
the
again?
first-
So we need heat a blue mineral and yellow vegetable. What would the blue mineral be? I mean, surely it doesn't mean this, right? Argent?
There's no reason.
Okay, I didn't think so, but I thought I'd check. What about these? I'm assuming not.
You toss the brooch into the beaker.
Okay. Then we let's see. Then we use the sword.
You strike the blade of your sword against the flint stone. It sparks, and the wick catches alight. You
Okay.
watch, fascinated, as the two unlikely objects melt under the heat of the magical flame.
Okay. Now what did it say to
You
do?
flip through the book at the first.
Until they coagulate into a greenish liquid. Stir it with a white feather. Drop this into a clear crystal. Okay. So, let's see. Stir it with a white feather.
You stir the mixture carefully with the white feather. It soon dissolves in the hot liquid.
Okay. And then pour it onto a clear crystal. Do we own any kind of perfectly clear crystal? Let's look at the stuff we've
This
got.
is the sword of the first king of Daventry. It dates back almost 1,000 years and has been passed down from king to king since that time. Try not to damage it. A magnificent clear crystal is embedded within its hilt.
Okay, so there's a clear. Can we use? Okay, can we pick it off with the needle?
Pinning that won't achieve anything.
Can we
The
break?
head of the
Can we break it off with the mallet? I don't want to
managed
break
to
my
dislodge the
sword.
crystal that had been
Oh,
set within the
nice.
hilt of the sword almost a millennium ago. You
Oh,
feel a
they're gonna be
tinge of
mad at
guilt
us.
and wonder what all the past monarchs of Daventry would say if they saw you damaging ancient crown property.
Well, I'm gonna
You
dump it in
drop
here.
the crystal in and watch, amazed, as the green liquid slowly seeps into it.
All right. So let's say the
Heed
thing.
now these words. Crystal, perfect. Green is thy hue. Restore, correct. Guard well my form. Preserve, protect.
You recite
Okay.
the words correctly, line for line, and sure enough, only a brilliant emerald remains in the glass beaker. You quickly
Nice.
blow the flame out so as not to overheat the emerald and cause damage to it.
Awesome. So now can we
Picking
take
it
it?
up gingerly, you're amazed that the emerald took virtually no time at all to cool.
Awesome. So now we have a magic emerald, right?
Your crystal has become a dazzling emerald. You sense magic in its refracted light.
Can we put this back in our sword?
This object is not enchanted and therefore cannot be dispelled.
Okay. Do we have anything that we think would be magic? I mean, we got the magic carpet, but why would we want to do that? Alright, so now let's actually save it before we do anything else. Can we take the staff now?
Enchanter's staffs are very powerful objects. You dare not touch this one, for fear of the consequences you may bring upon yourself.
Was the snake enchanted? Let's go see if the snake was enchanted. I'm curious. Let's not throw ourselves off the cliff. Oh, he's back. We may need to hypnotize him first.
As you direct the sun's light through the emerald at the snake, you behold a wondrous transformation.
Is it the enchanter? It's a Pegasus?
Before you now stands a magnificent winged horse.
Okay.
Thank you for freeing me. A horrid enchanter transformed me into that legless thing after I refused to be his steed.
Oh boy. Let's talk to the horse.
That was quite a gamble to refuse an enchanter.
True, but I could not have accepted, even if I had wanted to. For I am a disciple of the cloud, and can serve no land dweller.
Disciple of the cloud? What does that mean?
First, tell me of what you seek up here.
The
You
gem
take
of
a deep
air.
breath, then explain about the door of destiny, the gems of nature, and your present quest to locate the growth gem.
So, you seek the air gem?
Yes,
Yes,
can
that
you
is
help?
right. You know of it?
Most certainly. But you will not be able to reach it by any means available to you or any of your kind.
Mm.
I would gladly take you to it, but alas, the enchanter took and hid from me my bridle. Without it, we could search for 1,000 years and still never find the cloud spirit.
Where did he hide your bridle?
I do not know. Perhaps a clue may be found in that blackguard's abode behind me.
Alright, so we'll go look. Okay, so let's go look and see if we can find a clue. I'm guessing he hid it in the hole, and we're gonna have to find a way to light up the hole. That would be my guess. But let us go see. Like, is there a way, can we climb up on the desk?
You have better things to do than to...
Okay.
You
Oh.
hear footsteps approaching.
Uh-oh. Okay. I'm glad I saved. I'm probably gonna
The
die.
enchanter has caught you in his lair. He twirls his hands, aims them at you, and then utters some words under his breath.
Uh-oh.
You feel a tingling sensation all over your body as the enchantment attempts to transform you into whatever the enchanter has fancied. At the same time, you also feel the comforting energy of the emerald shielding you. The
Okay.
enchanter's twisted smile turns downwards. He scowls at you.
Oh boy. Okay.
There is a look of panic on the man's face. He does not dare breathe.
Oh boy.
I hereby order you to depart from Kalima forever, never to trouble its citizens again, lest you were in the fullness of my wrath.
The enchanter looks baffled. You sigh inwardly and try again.
Leave. If you come back, then you will get it.
The enchanter nods frantically, as much as he can without cutting his own neck on your sword edge. He gestures quickly with his hands.
Oh boy. Oh. Okay. Everything's gone. Oh, what's this over here? There's...
You notice that some writing has been engraved into the wall.
Alright, let's go check it out. Maybe that's the hint that
You
we
read
need.
the inscription.
In row of stones that number 6, half and a pair from left do pick. Quell then my spell, avoid the tricks. Okay, in row of stones that number 6, half and a pair. Okay, half would be 3 and a pair would be 2, so number 5 from the left.
The engraving on the wall reads, In row of stones that number 6, half and a pair from left do pick. Quell then my spell, avoid the tricks.
Okay. Do we
You are
see...
standing in an empty cave.
Do we see any stones?
You are standing in an empty cave.
Okay. Well, let's go out. Maybe there's some stones outside now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. Wait a second. Okay.
You bend over and hold the emerald above the stone so that the sun's light channels through it.
There we go. Aha.
Incredible. The rock has transformed into a silver-studded bridle.
Nice. Okay, let's take it.
You
Now-
take the bridle.
That took forever to find. Alright, so now we can head back up to the enchanter's little floating island and give the bridle to the horse and hopefully get the gem of air. We shall see.
As you
Alright.
reach down,
It vanished. Wait, what? It vanished into thin air? I thought it was just going to be normal text, but apparently our carpet vanished into thin air. Whoops. Alright, let's give the bridle to the horse. I guess we aren't going to need it anymore. We got the bridle. Here you go.
you slip the bridle over the horse's head. It whinnies its approval.
Alright.
Climb upon my back.
Alright. Let's do it.
Hold on. This will be a little accelerating.
Exhilarating. Whee! Oh boy.
The disciple of the cloud gracefully soars high into the sky. You grip the reins tightly and hold on for dear life as he swoops and dips between the clouds. After a time, he draws near to a thick patch of luminous mist. As you pass through it, the horse sets itself down, seemingly on top of a cloud.
Oh no, not a cloud. We have a bad experience with clouds.
It is all right. You can dismount now.
No.
Believing that you have finally lost all sense of reason, you dismount and prepare for a very long drop.
Exactly, because that's what always happens when Graham is near a
And
cloud.
find yourself standing on a cloud.
How is it possible that I can stand upon thin air?
Such are not the questions you should be asking.
Why do the clouds talk? Is that a
You
question?
have come for the Air Gem, or the Growth Gem, as it was once named by the ancients. It has not been termed thus without reason, for one who would have the gem as his own must prove himself grown and thus worthy of it.
Okay.
Meaning, no disrespect.
Cloud Spirit.
Thank you. You must agree, Cloud Spirit, that I am a man fully grown, thus fulfilling your prerequisite.
A howling wind deafens you momentarily, though you feel nothing on your skin. The cloud spirit speaks again, a little more forcefully.
It is not enough that you have grown in body. That much is evident. It must be proven that you have also grown in both mind and soul. So on these shall you be tested.
Okay.
Tested?
Those who bear the burden of king are expected to possess certain qualities. Your actions will be judged against the weight of these. It shall be seen whether you are deserving of your title. It shall be seen whether you are worthy of the Growth Gem.
After a moment of silence, the cloud spirit intones,
Behold your first test.
Oh boy. What is the test going to be? What?
The mist around you clears, and you find yourself in a familiar place. This is Daventry, and furthermore, you are a child again. A slight dizziness overwhelms you for an instant. How strange, you no longer recall anything past this moment in time. It is as if this is happening again for the first time. Even stranger, you are still vaguely aware that you are undergoing a test of some kind, though for what purpose, you cannot fathom. But look, it is Malvolio, your best friend. The two of you are deeply engrossed in a game of bat and ball.
Oh boy. What exactly is going on? Uh-oh. Oh.
Ouch.
Uh-oh, that sounds like the king now. What do we do?
Oh boy.
You there.
Our first test?
Yes?
Yes? Is that how you address your liege?
No, your majesty, King Edward, sir. I'm his sire.
Which of you two boys threw that ball? The one that just happened to land on my head?
It was
You wipe your dirty hands all over your clean clothes.
Let's talk to him. Let's see. What are friends for? Why any sensible person would do... Absolute Absolution Partners, the sacrificial lamb. It was us.
You summon all your courage and speak up.
Your Majesty, if you please, it was I who hit the ball over the castle wall. It was my fault completely. Please don't punish my friend.
The king eyes you carefully. You wonder if you are now in serious trouble.
The penalty is death.
For something so trivial. However, I will see you play your game elsewhere, away from here.
Yes, sire.
One more thing, my young fellow. You have demonstrated good character today by taking the blame for your friend.
Welcome
the finest
in,
knights in this realm
by the way,
demonstrate their
Sam.
compassion by protecting others, even if that should mean putting themselves at risk. I find that to be a rare quality in the many I meet. When you have grown up, I hope to see you again, perhaps in my service.
Thank
Perhaps.
you, Your Majesty.
Maybe we'll be a knight. So I assume that's our first test, and then we should have a second test.
Your second test.
Alright, what's our second test gonna be? This one was like... Oh, now we're old?
You feel yourself growing older, more so than before the tests began. Again, dizziness overcomes you. Your memory of the previous test fades, and in its place, your mind is filled with the knowledge of everything that has since come to pass.
Why is everything
This
in ruins?
includes, unfortunately, the dreadful misfortunes which have plagued Daventry since the coming of the terrible three-headed dragon.
Oh dear.
To make things worse, your 17-year-old daughter has been demanded as its latest sacrifice. In return, it will not harm the rest of the population until the next demand.
Uh-oh.
You would go forth to destroy the dragon yourself, but you no longer have the heart for such quests. Never have you felt so forlorn, so frail. You fear that given the choice, you would do anything to rectify the situation.
Okay, what do we have? Do we have a choice to do something? Let's see.
A charming view. No wonder you come here so often.
This person's evil.
You. I will see you hanged for this intrusion. Guards! Guards!
Calling them will do you no good. For even if they come, they will find their king speaking to only the air he breathes.
A pox on thee! Who are you?
My name, my true name, has been heard by none for nigh on a millennium. It is enough that you know me as the Father.
Right.
Then say what you have come to say and be gone.
You never were one for small talk.
You cursed my family. As a result, that dragon is now loose upon the land and one of my children was kidnapped.
Now that is not quite the truth.
Do you deny your involvement?
Not at all. It is just that you have omitted so much.
Okay.
Speak and be gone.
Very well. I want your crown.
No.
You cannot believe what you have just heard. This vile creature has caused untold misery throughout your land for nearly 18 years and has now infiltrated your castle just to ask that you hand over your authority to him? Of all the outrageous...
Is that what this is all about? You want to rule Daventry?
He wants to rule the world.
What would I want with a puny little kingdom when in a few short years I will have more power than Legitimor himself?
A Legitimor,
No.
okay.
I want only the thing you wear atop your head. Your crown. It is an essential part of my plan. Without it, my efforts to prepare for the ascension will have been in vain. I have waited far too long to be deterred from it now.
If you need it that badly, you could have just taken it. You had plenty of opportunities.
Are you completely ignorant of the legends of your predecessors? None can possess the crown of the first king unless it's given.
If you think for one moment that I would...
Before you speak further, consider this. In exchange for what I ask, I shall lift my curse and all that it entails from you and your blighted land. You shall have both it and your family restored in full. Minus your title, naturally.
Your mind reels at these words. For almost 2 decades, a countless number of innocent people have suffered under the afflictions Daventry has had to endure. So many more people would continue to suffer indefinitely, notwithstanding the pain you feel over your own family's misfortune. With a simple statement, you could put an end to it all.
How about a no?
You are carrying nothing.
Okay. Well, we're gonna go. Let's just give it a save. We're gonna go with no. Final act of defiance. Unconditional acceptance, no. Provisional acceptance, no. Severing the lifeline, I don't know what that means. Pride cometh before all else. Final act of defiance. We don't make deals with evil people.
You shall never have the crown. And I shall make sure it will never be of any use to you. I would rather die than to risk it falling into your hands.
Such a foolish sacrifice. I suppose he thought of it as noble.
It is a good thing you cannot actually die during these tests. Quite convenient, really.
Uh-oh. Do we need to... Did we fail our test?
Behold your third test.
Okay, we have a third test now.
Once again, you feel yourself age. You are many years older now, though still, thankfully, King of Daventry. As before, the knowledge of the previous test ebbs from your mind. This time, however, it is filled with a greater knowledge of all that has come to pass thus far. Many years have passed. Your children, once heirs to your throne, have forged their own paths in other kingdoms. Fortunately, chance has seen fit to fill the vacuum. Following the restoration of the Mask of Eternity, Daventry now has a new champion.
How do you feel?
I am deeply honored, sire.
All right. Now, how do you really feel?
Scared out
very,
of my
very
sire.
old.
You smile and feel the lines in your face stretch. You hope you'll get used to it when the true time comes.
You know what they've been saying about my decision, that is.
The people question my ability to perform the duties when I have another higher obligation. I believe that I can attend to both with the utmost equity.
You do not deny that this obligation may arise at any moment, perhaps taking you away from this country at a time of great need?
Of course not, sire, but I shall deal with that troll, as they say, when I cross that bridge.
And there is the matter of you not being of royal birth. That does not sit comfortably with some of the nobles.
I mean, that's
The qualities
irrelevant.
of truth, light, and order can shine from even the most impoverished of souls. Nobility is defined through one's actions, not one's lineage, your majesty.
Yes.
You cannot help but smirk. For a man who had once lived as a peasant, he speaks extremely well.
Okay. What's our test gonna be, I wonder? Let's see, what are the people going to say? He's dressed really weird, I think. Yeah, let's knight him.
Kneel. Your sword.
He could be a knight. It's totally fine.
By virtue of your bravery, loyalty, and good conscience, I have chosen you to be my first knight. Thus you are my successor and heir to this throne.
Okay. I mean, I feel like that's a good choice.
Arise, Sir Connor of Daventry.
I mean, who knows? Maybe we came from humble beginnings ourselves.
In an instant, you find yourself standing before the Cloud Spirit once more. You also notice that it is starting to get dark.
Oh boy, the church should be open.
demonstrated some understanding of compassion, honor, and loyalty. These attributes transcend the mind and speak of the soul within you. Growth continues unabated throughout the lives of all living things. While you still have much to learn, you will continue to grow in all ways. You are judged worthy of the Heir and Growth Gem.
Yay! Okay, so we can take it. Nice.
You take the Growth Gem.
Awesome. We have 2 out of 3 gems. The third
As
one
you
is
feel the
undoubtedly going
knowledge of
to
the
be the
last
scariest.
test fade from your mind, the cloud beneath your feet begins to evaporate. You'd better get out of here quickly, Graham.
Uh-oh. Let's, get on the horse. Run! We're going to fall. Bye.
Finally, your flight comes to an end. You hope that it will be quite a while before you take to the air again.
No kidding. We're gonna land right in front of town.
Where would you like me to land?
On the ground would be fine.
Yes, the ground. The ground would be great. All right.
Take this sugar cube. It will protect against the poisonous growth of this land.
Oh, that'll be useful in the swamp.
Fare thee well.
Which I'm sure that's where we'll have to go. Bye, Pegasus. Have fun.
You notice you have lost a few things during your descent, mostly all that paper you were carrying. You are not concerned, though, as long as you don't get into trouble for littering. As dusk sets in and the pallid moon rises above the darkened horizon, you recall the Door of Destiny's words regarding the third gem, through swampy mire, in lone dark castle. Then you remember the great Neptune's disquiet reluctance to speak of Kalima's lord. You sense a growing unease that this final gem may not be the easiest to acquire.
I'm seriously doubting it will be. But we will be discovering how easy or difficult it will be in the next episode. So I hope that you enjoyed this one. We got the growth gem, and we are well on our way to being able to find our bride, hopefully. So if you like this kind of content, please make sure to like, subscribe, follow, share, all that good stuff. If you want to watch live, we're on Twitch at twitch.tv/Liar27. I have my schedule posted in the about and in the description. And if you want to see which games I'll be playing each day, I post them on x.com/Liar27. And I hope you join me in the next one. Until then, guys, bye.